Hi, I'm Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, Jemima London. Today I'm going to show you how I made this stripy top. I made it from fabric that I bought at Walthamstow Market when I did a fabric haul before Christmas. You may have seen that video. If not, it's worth watching, especially if you're going to visit Walthamstow Market. I visit lots of really great shops that I go to quite often, and I show you the fabrics that I bought and the trims, and you'll be amazed at the good value you can get there if you visit. Anyway, I made this out of the simplicity pattern. I use this as a starting point, and then I've added the sash in, and I'll show you how I do that. But before I go into explaining the making of this, I just wanted to talk about stripes on Pinterest, and I wanted to show you some of my stripes inspiration images that I found. I just really wanted to share that with you. So let's have a look at that first, and then we'll skip over to how I actually made this. Before showing you my Pinterest board, I just wanted to jump onto the Collagerie website to show you some other inspiration I found for stripes. If you're not familiar with Collagerie, it's a curated collection, and you can sign up, and every so often they'll send you an email with their current curation. And it's a fabulous website. I love it. I googled stripes, and there are over 10 pages of stripy products. It extends beyond fashion to accessories and stationery and homewares as well. So I've picked a few, and it was really difficult because they're all so nice. On Net-a-Porter, this beautiful shirt with a lovely wide stripe and a contrasting white bib, which is doable. Beautiful. From La Line, again on Net-a-Porter. Lovely summer dress, a really nice back detail, and I like the really deep hem and the contrasting detail that they've got on the bust. I think it's fab. Next, Zara, beautiful pinstriped shirt, which is in fact in the sale at the moment in poplin, and they've also got not in exactly the same stripe, but they've got a striped trouser with a really cool contrasting hem panel. I like that a lot. Dead easy to make as well. This I thought was fabulous, from Net-a-Porter, by Faithful the brand. It's sort of a bias-cut asymmetrical stripe with a ruched detail at the side. Let's have a look at it in more detail. What a gorgeous summer dress. You could make that in a shirting cotton. Could make it in a print. I mean, just a fab. Love that. This kind of peasanty smocky dress, there's quite a lot of these styles around, and I like the way that they've used two different colour stripes, but they've also chopped them around, so you've got them horizontal around the hem and the sleeves and on the sash, and vertical elsewhere. I thought that was quite interesting, and that's by A Piece Apart on Net-a-Porter. I know there's a few non-clothing things in here. This is a bit spenny, but how fabulous is this lipstick? It would make you feel good just looking at it on your dressing table with a stripy case. Beautiful. Again, this is a bit of furniture, I realise, but how cool is this? Deck chair. It's a deck chair of deck chairs with pom-poms on as well. The Stripes company specialise in all things stripy fabrics, trims, interiors and garden items, unsurprisingly by the name. Couldn't resist this one. It's an armchair. How comfortable. It looks like you could just jump into it. It looks just so squishy, and I love that bold stripe. A real statement piece. At Liberty, this Gianni bag. I love making bags when I go on holiday, and I'm sure this is quite a doable shape to make. You know, canvas with a webbing strap, and I just like the way that they've treated the stripes diagonally. I thought that was cool. Again on Liberty, this is in the sale. It's a Maria de la Orden, a Cora pink stripes dress, and I think it's so pretty, and I absolutely love the front detail with the tie sash and the sort of draped graduated hem. I like that a lot. So I thought that was quite good inspiration. And last but not means the least, to satisfy my stationery fetish, a notebook by Kate Spade. How nice is that? Anyway, that is my little look at La Collagerie. I hope you find a few of those garments inspirational. And now we'll move on to Pinterest. So this is my Pinterest page called Stripy Stuff. And it's mainly clothing, but there are a few interiors pics in there that I couldn't resist. And I just went through and randomly picked things that I loved and things that I thought could maybe, I know there are things that could inspire me to make clothes myself, and I hope they inspire you as well. So please have a look at this on Pinterest, and I hope you like it. I mean, there's so much out there, much more out there than this, but these are just my initial ideas. Again, they look like the Zara trousers, don't they, with the stripes going around the hem. This is amazing. Johanna Ortiz, I mean, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But you could make a version of that. I mean, you could tone down this, I mean, the sleeves are fantastic, but you could tone them down a bit and you could make it midi, couldn't you? I think I'd probably have to raise the centre front point for myself as well, but there's lots of things you could do here, like the swimwear. I love this, absolutely amazing. The hat is something else, isn't it? Perfect for going down the shops. Maybe not in January though. I like these colours. I've chose things for lots of them for different reasons. Here I love the colour. Here also the colour, I like the red and white against the black and white. I thought that was fun. There's just the classic Breton top from this vintage Harper's Bazaar cover with the little shorts. I thought that was super cute for a summer holiday. Really nice. This with the horizontal striped skirt. And just at the bottom here are a few things from the catwalks. Only really a handful, because I found other things that actually I thought were more interesting. This is Chanel, and I really like the way that they've used sort of fake sleeves across the front. I think this is a dress. I really like this. I really like this idea. In fact, I'm thinking of making something similar, but it's going to have to be a bit longer on me. But I love this idea. I think it's great. And also the fact that it ties across the front, it sort of can hide things, if you know what I mean. This is Louis Vuitton. I really like this cowl neck. Big generous sleeves, and it's so pretty with the layering of the pinstripe chiffon and the candy stripe chiffon. I love it. So that is my board. You can go and have a look at it yourself, and I hope it inspires you a bit with your summer wardrobe. Oh yeah, not forgetting, here's David Bowie in a rather interesting jumpsuit. I couldn't resist him. Anyway, yeah, so that's my Pinterest board called Stripy Stuff. Link below. I hope you found that interesting. I'm now going to really quickly show you how I made this top using the basic shell pattern and adding the sash. I'm using Simplicity pattern S9133 for the basic shell top. I've cut it with the round neck and it's going to be sleeveless. So the first step, really, I've cut it out, is to mark any pattern markings on here. And really, it's so simple. All I'm going to do is mark the bust position and the shoulder notches, and then also I'm going to mark the centre back point where the centre back opening ends, and also the centre back notches here, so it can all match up.
So to make the 2 sashes, I basically had to work with the fabric I had left over. So they are 25 centimetres wide approximately finished and 150 centimetres long. So that means 50 centimetres wide in total. So it's got one long fold edge, and then the shaped edge and the other shorter edge is a cut edge as well. Which is stitched along all the way. You can see how long the pieces are, about 150 centimetres long each. So they're stitched and then bagged out and then pressed. And once that's been done, they'll be ready to insert into the side seam about 8 centimetres above the hem and 4 centimetres below the bust dart, with a little tuck in the middle.
So after I've done the pattern markings, first job is the bust dart. Second job is the centre back seam and finishing the centre back opening. The next job is the shoulder seam. And once I've done the shoulder seam, I'm actually going to bind the neck edge. The next job then is stitching the side seams together. Now, the other thing I've got to do here importantly is insert the bagged out sash into each side seam. When the side seam is closed and neatened, I will then inside bind the armhole, and then when all of that's done, I will hem the garment and I'll make a loop and stitch on the button at the centre back.
So here's the finished top. I've left the sash undone so you can see how I've inserted it into the side seam above the hem and below the bust, with a tuck in the middle of the sash. And I've basically tied it by bringing it to the front, to the back and to the front. You could do it the other way around, to the back, to the front, to the back, depending on your preference. And I've tied it with a loose bow. And I actually think this shape would look great in lots of different fabrics. Nice in a Liberty print and a plain cotton poplin. Loads and loads of different fabrics you could make this in. Something a bit more glam, sequiny, sparkly for evening wear. You can see the inside binding and the centre back opening, which has worked okay. It was quite tricky, a little bit of roping. There's the centre back opening. There's a bit of a wibble at the stripe there, but I've got long hair, so that'll be hidden. That's a bit annoying. Apart from that, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it's going to be a nice piece in my wardrobe for the summer, with jeans or with cream trousers. I'm really looking forward to wearing it.
So just as a reminder, this is the pattern we used, S9133, and we added the waist sash. I bought this from the Fold Line online pattern company, who are great. So that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found my Pinterest board and my look at Collagerie interesting. I'm planning to do more Pinterest boards that are relevant to the items that I make, a bit like this. I'll put anything relevant in the description below, the link to the Pinterest board, the link to this pattern Fold Line, and also the details of the Walthamstow Market fabric haul, which is where I bought this fabric, which was incredible value. As I say, I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week. And if you get a chance, please hit like, and it would be brilliant if you could subscribe. See you next week. Bye.